Now, what is this I hear about Ubisoft actually selling stash spaces for The Division 2? So I went on their website and I looked at the whole pre-order bonuses that Ubisoft has put out for the Division 2 game, the Gold Edition, the Phoenix Edition, all this good stuff. One of them went for like the price of $100 and something, the other one was like $200 and something. And I looked at it and I said to myself, there's already pre-order stuff going on. Well, they have a whole, pre-order bonus stuff in different places here and there. And SkillUp actually made a video about this. When I first saw the whole pre-order thing going on, a lot of people, were commenting about it on Twitter. Somebody put a tweet up there and, you should have seen the replies. A lot of people were saying things like, oh, take my money. I'm ready for the game. I just commented and said, I'm just going to buy the base game after the beta because I think that's a rational thing to do. If the game turns out to be good, then I feel like at that point, I'm willing to spend the extra money. Now, yes, it may save you some money on the front end if you were to pre-purchase right now, but I don't pre-order games. It doesn't happen on this side of town. I just don't believe in it. If something breaks in my house right now and I call a plumber and he says, hey, why don't you prepay or pre-purchase my services? I'm going to call another plumber immediately. Because that's just the way things work. So the whole pre-order thing, if you want to pre-order, it's your resources, it's your money, do what you please. We're all grown adults here anyways. So back to the whole selling of stash space thing. Now, I didn't say anything with the whole pre-order debacle. I thought in my mind that it was quite premature to start bringing out all those things now, especially with the way the Division game had to walk on eggshells, all the nerfing and buffing and all that stuff, all the way the game came out broken. And the community had to sit, and actually be patient with these developers. A lot of people left, all of that. It seems like the community forgot because they ended up making amends 2 years later. But then we're seeing something happen. When you show these developers love, they have the tendency to push the boundaries. And here they are, Ubisoft, pushing the boundaries, trying to do something that is borderline anti-consumer. I mean, 7-day free pass if you pay extra money here and there. Now, like I said, if you decide that you want to pay that money, hey, by all means, it's your money, do as you please. So, for me, I see this as something that shouldn't be actually done. I don't think this is something that you should be doing. So I would appeal to Ubisoft. Because I've seen the way, Ubisoft has actually approached situations like this. When their games were faulty, when there were issues, they've always come back. They came back and they fixed it. For Honor, they did it for Ghost Recon Wildlands. They came back and they actually fixed it for Rainbow Six Siege. And they do a good job at doing that. But I don't think we need them to keep making these so-called poor decisions and then coming back to fix things later and apologizing. I think that's just all it is. I think they just want to do what they want and then come back and apologize to the community later on. So me, I'm going to have a personal protest to this stash space sales thing. Now, may not be a big deal. They may give you 150, 150 capacity for your stash, and then anything you want to buy after that, is something they probably want to charge for. But to be honest, if you're going to give a quality of life feature, you should bring it into the charge of the entire product, not something that comes in later on. I mean, if their game is worth more than $60, why are they afraid of charging more than $60? Except it's not. It probably isn't. And if it is, then charge more. And the people who actually value the game will speak for itself. That's just how I put it. I mean, a lot of people may say, well, how would you encourage them to charge more for their games? Well, the truth is, if they need to make money, then they can put the entire game in an entire bundle for everybody. And then that way everybody knows we're paying for everything. And then collector's editions and all those things can also make the extra money for artifacts and for statues and all that stuff later down the road. But this little, schematic that they're using right now, I don't think it's something that they need to do. So Ubisoft, I would commend you guys and I would encourage you guys to do the grown-up thing and stop it. Don't do it. What you're doing is you're lending credence to all your critics, all the people who said, oh, we told you. We told you that Ubi Scam is the, they give you names like Ubi Scam. They call you all these names on, on the social spaces, on Reddit, on Twitter, and on YouTube. And so what you're doing is you're actually feeding them, and you're making your consumers look like a laughing stock. Because you X'd our names, some of our names, on some statue on E3, you want to now fleece us. So what I'm going to do is this. You reach into my pocket, I'm going to buy this game at a discount. If I'm even super mad about it, I'll wait till somebody who doesn't really know anything about the Division actually puts it on eBay and sells it to me at a discount, and that's how I'm going to buy the game. I wanted to pay full price because I understand, and I like the developers are massive. And I understand that a lot of developers are massive. The young men and the young women there are people who are doing this to advance themselves, and it's nice to support them. And I know this decision, I won't say I know, but I sense that a decision like this probably came down from the corporate reins, and our developers may not be able to do anything about it. But I think, you know, they can push back. I think they can actually, you know, say something contrary to this decision and change it, because SkillUp actually put this out there, and he's also affiliated with Ubisoft. He's partnered with them, and he actually called them out. There's an article on a website called stevivor.com or something like that, and I read, and they actually cited, you know, SkillUp's tweets actually asking if this was actually true, that Ubisoft was willing to sell extra stash space. And I think Yannick actually responded and said, yes, it's actually true, but there are no details right now. So we may be getting 300, you know, stash items, you know, for the base game, and then anything after that they want to sell. But I still think it's wrong. I genuinely think that they shouldn't do this. And a lot of people are probably justifying this. And if you want to justify it, that's on you. That's your prerogative, that's your opinion, and you can justify it with your money. I'm gonna balance it out by buying the game at a discount. So if I get the game, you know, 50% off, you know, maybe even 60% off if I bargain, you know, there are like 3-4 GameStops around me. I'll probably find a good deal somewhere. You know, I think I'll balance it out that way. So I like the game, I want to cover the game, but I'm protesting, and I'm protesting with my wallet. You try to reach into my wallet, you're gonna get coupons. And that's what Ubisoft is trying to do right now. But I do appeal, though, to Ubisoft. Whoever is the person that's making this decision, you're already on a good track. The community has literally backed you up, has pushed you through. You came to E3, we showed you so much love. We played the game, and in fact, we talked about the game. I made this video. Like, I told everybody that this game was going to be good, and I know it's going to be good. But don't sully it with these very corrupt reaching practices. Those are what these are. I mean, yes, they may not seem as, you know, terrible as the things that other companies like EA is doing, but this is how you start. You start to push and toe the line, and then you eventually fall into, you know, a pit where you can't really get out. So I'll just say, do the adult thing, EA. Appreciate your, you know, your consumers by actually doing what is right, what is fair. I know you guys want to make money, but this game is going to speak for itself. If you do what's right, people would actually pursue it, and they will buy the game. The final part of my video, and I want to say this, is because I want to call out, you know, just the community, and I want to actually just, you know, address the YouTube community, the content creators for the Division game. If you see this and you don't care about it, I would say speak about it as well. Talk to your audience, talk to the people that listen to you, and tell them how you feel about it. If you disagree with it, I would say go ahead and do the same thing too. This game makes, you know, every content creator is making content because the game actually brings in some money, and Ubisoft does a good job in letting its content creators actually freely make their content without any kind of license or something. And so the game is making you money, but that doesn't mean anything. SkillUp, who is partnered with them, had the boldness to actually call them out on these practices. So I don't feel like anybody else should shy away. Even if you agree with it, speak up and say you agree with it. Let people know where you stand. And so that's just what I want to say today. You know, that's it. I mean, I hope they change. I know they have that propensity to change their minds. And if they don't, well, I mean, I'm protesting with, you know, the only way that I know how to do so. And I'm not calling you to protest by all means. Sorry, I'm not trying to start an outrage. Adults watch this channel, grown-ups watch this channel. I know they can make, you know, decisions for themselves. So I don't even need to bother about doing that, because whoever wants to buy the game, whoever wants to pre-order is going to go ahead and do what they want. And that's fine. I'm just one guy sitting here chilling and, you know, thinking through these things and making a decision based on my conviction. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for your time. I guess I'll see you in my next video. Peace.